Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I rise in opposition to H.R. 2262, the so-called Flexibility for Workers Education Act. We've heard about these roadblocks and obstacles. Well, the roadblocks and obstacles are a requirement that people get paid for their time. Too many Americans still work too hard but can't afford the basics such as groceries, rent, or utilities. Even more, they're struggling to afford the little extras that give you a slice of the American dream, like owning a home, taking your family on vacation, or even going out to a restaurant occasionally. But simply put, the economy just isn't working for everybody. According to Moody's Analytics, the top 10% of earners account for nearly 50% of all the U.S. consumer spending. So obviously something's out of whack. Despite this reality, the House Republicans are attempting to pass 3 bills this afternoon that would cut workers' wages. This bill, H.R. 2262, would relieve employers of the obligation to pay employees for training outside the regular working hours. Under the Fair Labor Standards Act, employees must be compensated for employer-mandated education and training outside the regular work hours. Essentially, the FLSA protects workers from being compelled to volunteer their time for job-related training without wage and hour protections. However, this bill significantly weakens the protections because it would permit employers to provide job-related training after hours, but off the clock, so long as they do not state that it is technically required. However, employers can still lead workers to believe that the training is not just that the training is needed. You can just imply that if you want a raise or promotion, it'd be nice to get the training. Well, that's not really required. But the legislation based on the broad premise that if you provide workers with certain opportunities or benefits, employers must be able to pay them less. That doesn't make sense. We should not let employers get away with failing to pay workers for their time while claiming that it's in the workers' best interest. These workers, if they're working on an employer-provided training, should not be required to work off the clock without any compensation. For that reason, I recommend a no vote and reserve the balance of my time.